sir. You can't be in here.
This girl just saved my life. She threw herself in front of a bus to save me. We just met again after years of no contact. And the next moment she's on an OR table and her whole stomach is a mess. I am not leaving her alone.
I see. But still, sir, there is nothing.
Listen, I love her, okay? I have loved her from the very first moment. From the moment she sat down next to me. We lost track, but I've been in love with her all those years. I just couldn't forget her, and I was going to tell her. Please, I have to tell her that I love her.
This TV show is killing me. Why on earth isn't she using headphones like everyone else? I'm looking around. Am I the only one being bothered by this? I look at the lady in the row behind her on the other side of the corridor. Her expression is thoroughly grim, but her breasts are huge. Maybe she doesn't like them, at least she is hiding them under a green scarf. Just like the one Amanda wears in my favorite picture of her. It has been awkward to take the tour through my collection of pictures. Pictures with mostly strangers on it. Some are waving at me, others standing laughing by my side. There weren't many of them coming to visit at the hospital. But if you'd judge by the number of pictures, I have had a rich life, especially in the past decades of digital photos. The one with the green scarf is an analog one. It must have been taken around 30 years ago at a train station somewhere in Germany. At least the sign in the background is in German. Amanda is in her 20s. She looks both tired and warm as she leans onto a big suitcase in a long black summer dress and with the green scarf, a cigarette indifferent in one hand, the long hair slightly covering a part of her face. She looks as if she came right from the bar last night, just throwing the scarf around her neck and going off to the station, ready to jump on the next train wherever it might go. It's exactly how I feel about living my life. Hanging around with no rebound of memories, go for whatever is looking good. Have I always been like that? Have I chosen to leave that woman in the green scarf for Linda? I can't say my heart is beating like crazy when Linda is entering the room. The sight of her face rather makes me feel calm. And her body is okay, so maybe this is what major love feels like. Or is she just a nurse who decided to go all in, playing my wife when I woke up from coma? Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories, time after time.
I have a second-class ticket, which means I will share the sleeping compartment with 2 other people. It also means there's a shower somewhere in the car. It means free Wi-Fi. The clock on the station is big and extravagant, just like all the clocks of all the train stations, stuck in the past. It reads 9 o'clock. Soon the doors of the train will open. It is not so cold after all. I sit on a bench next to a couple of young parents with a baby who is awake despite the hour. The baby seems happy. Was I a happy baby? Were my parents a happy couple?
I have this photo of Amanda and Taimi. When I was looking for memories in the depths of my smartphone backups, this one caught my eye. Screens are still making me dizzy, so I printed a couple of photos, and this is one of them. Taimi is a teenager. The picture must have been taken a short time before I left Helsinki for good. I'm carrying it around in my pocket. I take it out once in a while, look at it. I have to remember something, right? It has to evoke a sensation, a smell, a feeling, a fight, anything. The emptiness is screaming out loud. Nothing. Fate must be laughing up their sleeve. My memory is stuck at 15, which is exactly the age Taimi had when I last saw her. The paper feels thin. I have had it in my pocket for a while, have had it in my hands many times. Linda hasn't seen it. I folded it twice. The folds have become grey lines dividing the picture. One is separating Amanda and Taimi, the other one under their breasts. Taimi is a young woman. I am a father. Amanda is laughing and seems to be shouting something at the one taking the picture. I think it's me. She shines straight into my lens. The whole body is challenging me to come closer. Taimi is looking down, her upper body slightly cringed in complete shyness or shame of her parents' playfulness. Amanda is an attractive woman. It takes a bit of a man to leave that woman. I wonder how she looks today. Are her breasts still If I can meet Taimi, is there a possibility to meet Amanda as well? Little things I should have said or done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
As soon as the train departs, I'll call my mother. She's been sending me emojis the whole day. That's our love language sometimes. Emojis. The bench where I'm sitting is spacious, yet I can almost touch the baby, who stands and moves clumsily on his father's lap. He's feeding him a ready-made puree of something that looks like mashed potatoes and meat. He feeds the baby patiently, wiping his upper lip and the surroundings of his mouth as he swallows the food. It's almost hypnotizing. Or maybe I'm just tired. But it's absorbing. It actually is. Watching the baby's mouth, his tiny arms and fingers moving dangerously around his father's hair, trying to stand stable with his wobbly legs. The baby's mother is reading a magazine, occasionally lifting her eyes to the baby as a reflex. The father keeps feeding him. One spoonful, another spoonful, a third spoonful, mechanically. The baby starts turning his head away. I don't want more, he seems to say. The father, still unaware, scoops yet one more spoonful, and another, searching for the baby's mouth. It becomes uncomfortable to watch. The baby swallows unwillingly, unable to speak yet. Another spoonful. He's not hungry! I am embarrassed. Did I really just say that aloud? The three of them look at me, the spoon midway to the baby's mouth. The father says something I can't understand in a language completely foreign to me. He sounds upset. The mother's eyebrows are furrowed. I stand up and walk to the train, which miraculously has just opened its doors. I'm sorry, I want to say. I've been holding up for the whole day. For 11 years, actually. I'm a pressure cooker. I send my mother a voice message, asking her to call me if and when she's available. She has her own routines, her own times. For years I have only been a witness of these habits, sometimes a participant. If I remember correctly, on Friday she goes to the Yrjönkatu swimming hall. She books herself a 2-hour cabin. She swims and rests in the sauna and swims again. She says she's reading too and orders a glass of something, maybe wine, maybe juice. It's 9:30. The swimming hall closed long ago. Yet, I don't know. I'm hesitant to call her straight away. Maybe she went somewhere else afterwards. Maybe she's not home yet. I would rather let her call me. She sends a short voice message in reply.
Give me a second, I'll call you.
My mother is resilient. She didn't have good parents, and she had a bunch of awful siblings, yet she became admirable to me. Soft and strong, irrational and rational, fully human, ready to love, and ready to say sorry. How did she do it without the blueprint?
Hi there. How's the train?
Before I can begin to answer, the sliding door of my sleeping compartment opens and a woman comes in with a big backpack. She is tall and her smile is wide. I smile back at her and make my way to the corridor. I miss you, Mom. The train's okay.
You miss me?
She always wants to hear about my love twice, 3 times, 15 times. She needs reassurance even though she's a loner. I do miss you a lot, Mom.
Well, when you visit me next time, we'll go to Yrjönkatu. I was there today. So good.
As I had guessed, she'd gone swimming. You know, I was just waiting to board the train and I saw this family with a small baby and... Never mind. How come you never visit me? I know I'm asking this question impulsively, but Mom takes it with grace. She's unbothered by my angst.
Well, is that how you feel? I think I do visit you, don't you think?
Yes, but not so often.
Well, I do respect your independence. And I need mine as well. I miss you, you know. But I'm happy you seem to be happy in Inari. Or do you feel lonely?
I can barely hear her question. The signal's bad as the train moves fast through the night, through the Swedish countryside. Do I feel what?
Hey, just come visit, eh? Come visit. I miss you terribly.
I feel comforted at us missing each other, despite our need for space. At the end of the corridor, I hear the shower, impeccably falling on the travelers' bodies. Otherwise, everything is quiet. I hope there's still hot water when I shower after this call. You know, he sent me a selfie a few hours ago.
Harald is so silly. Of course he did.
It's as if Mom never misses him. As if she stopped missing him a long time ago. Do you miss him?
The best thing that happened to me was your father leaving, Taimi. But that's me, not you. What are you thinking?
I don't know.
I think you do know.
I hear her blowing. Maybe on a cup of tea, maybe on a candle.
Why don't you take this trip as an opportunity?
Why don't you take this trip as a wonderful chance for you to figure out what you want from your father?
How can Mom be so contained? How can Mom always feel like the safest place to arrive? How can she make it so that I can say whatever, feel whatever, desire whatever, and it'll always be welcomed? I can try to do that.
Let me know when you get there.
Mom's voice wraps me, carrying me through the night.